What's up, guys? Duke of Haze here. Thank you once again for allowing me in your homes. If this is your first time seeing me, hello. I'm Duke of Haze, as I as I just said. I mostly do single-player, story-driven experiences, games like Persona 4 Golden, which is what we're working on right now. Persona 3. I have done a Persona 3 playthrough. It's not the Max Social Link playthrough. It's the different kind of blind playthrough that we did. You can find it in my collection section. Um, Underneath a litany of World of Warcraft playlist stuff, um, there's like my third run of Tales of Symphonia in there. There's some Monster Hunter down there, and there's Persona 3 Fest, and also Persona 3 Fest. The answer is there. So if you ever want to see a series of mine and wonder where it went, it's usually in the collections tab, because as a non full-time streamer, you don't get to keep your VODs for more than a week. So if you don't watch them after a week that it was streamed, then they're kind of, gone forever. But I do make my past broadcasts into highlights and then add those highlights to collections. That being said, please consider subscribing. I'm at 61 subs over on YouTube, and I'm at 79 followers here on Twitch. I'd like to get those up to both 70 and 90 respectively. If you could help me out with that, I'd be really appreciative. Let's get started, shall we? We actually got one of the bad endings last time because I picked the wrong dialogue choice. So let's get the correct ending, or the correct dialogue choices this time. There's no action to take place here. Thank you so much for the follow,
Hey,
Paramount Smidgen. Thank you so much for the follow, dude.
Some specialists are raising concerns that
that.
this fog may consist of harmful substances. More and more citizens are calling for an investigation into the cause of the fog and the facts about it.
Okay, so we technically saw this yesterday. I know, I'm sorry. Can they prove anything?
I'm sure your uncle can.
I got one of the bad endings yesterday, so I saw this dialogue. They literally talk for 30 minutes. It's pretty insane, actually.
If we're getting a kotatsu, we bet.
But yeah, this should be on yesterday's past broadcast if you wanted to see me actually listen to this dialogue.
Can I really?
Jack Frostall. That's what I picked last time. Get down here right away. But this time around, we're going for the correct dialogue choices because, that's a thing. I could do without the fast forward sound, though. I wish they didn't put that in. We all feel the same way. These choices don't matter. It's how we deal with what happens in a little bit is what matters. No, how could this be? At least I got the ending where Nanako. This is a big spoiler, so if you're coming here towards the end, I don't mean to be a spoil sport, but in the second ending, the second bad ending, at least Nanako-chan survives. I think if you choose straight up just to murk the murderer, you get the other bad ending where nobody lives or something. I didn't really see. I just checked to see what the dialogue choices were. But I'm not 100% kind of person who, I'm gonna watch all the endings. I'd rather get the good ending. I'd rather get the really good ending if possible.
Senpai!
Is it true? Where's his room? It's on the top floor. Meanwhile, I couldn't save Nana-chan. But yeah, like watching all this again would take me like 30 minutes, and I'd rather not do that. Alright, so here's the where you're supposed to make the correct choices. I should have like had the window open. Window in the room is wide open. What are you doing? Are you right? Trying to escape, huh? I don't know if any of this mattered. You have to stop your team members from wanting to have murder.
You have your life, and now you want...
Now you want this too? Yeah, we saw all this. It was crazy the amount of talking it was. It was like 40 minutes of just nonstop talking. Wait a second here.
We don't have time to wait.
I wonder if we're missing something. Namatame's true feelings was one of them.
The guy's true feelings on TV. What didn't you understand?
Murder. So something's bothering me, I think was the third one.
Well, what? I already told... Are you even getting at something here, or are you just stalling?
We're missing something.
Missing? Like what exactly? Damn it, I've heard enough of this bullshit. Give me a straight answer. Are we doing this or not? That's all I give a damn about right now.
Calm the hell down. Okay, so those were the correct choices. To continue
right.
the game.
Let's all
If you
calm down
make
for a
the
second.
wrong choices, the game just ends. It goes straight to the end of the game. So,
I'm perfectly calm.
Hey, what did you mean by we're missing something?
What's there to miss with a sick bastard like him?
Hey, let's all take a deep breath. After what happened to Nanako-chan and seeing Dojima-san,
Inferior
we're
Gamb,
not
thank you for the
thinking
follow.
straight right now.
Really appreciate you.
Fine.
Everyone took a deep breath. Seems that everyone has finally regained their composure.
You're right. We should calm down and think rationally about this. I realize now that we've heard almost nothing from Namatame's perspective. There's no denying that this man brought great harm to Nanako-chan. But other than that point, the rest comes from our assumptions based on watching the Midnight Channel a moment ago. I won't deny that we were blinded by the heat of the moment, trying to impute all responsibility to him rashly.
But, yeah, the guy's not saying anything. Whatever reason he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he'd been throwing people inside the TV. It was him who put Senpai through that misery. How can we possibly understand someone who says killing people is the same as saving them?
You know,
Failing to
someone could have lied to
understand
him
and failing to
and
listen
tricked
are
him.
rather different things. Truthfully, not all the hitches that were nagging at me have been answered yet. We'll have to see what he can tell us about them. Though it appears he's in no condition to do so at the moment.
True. Dealing with him right now might not solve all the things that are bothering us. Damn it. But you better remember this. I'll do everything I can to stop him from repeating what he's done. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Let's just think for now.
Jeez, how the hell can you stay so calm, man? Then again, that's why you're our leader.
Because I'm secretly 34 and I've aged past all this nonsense.
All right.
What?
Let's
That doesn't
go
make any
ahead and
sense.
think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. All right, I'm convinced.
Thank you. I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
We all know how you feel, Yosuke. Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
What a bizarre scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just talk about our plans in front of this mentally unstable dude that could like lash out at us at any
Yeah,
moment.
you're right.
But he's
Sorry.
not going to because that's not what the plot is.
Thanks.
Case has taken a sharp turn and the investigation team is now one step closer to the truth. Seems that you will go on with your friends to solve another mystery. Yeah, we got to the point where we told them not to kill him, but if you pick the wrong answer, or the wrong, it's the wrong answer pretty much. We have to talk about his true feelings, and I have to keep talking about the fact that something doesn't seem right. If you fail to do that, then this scene is over. Your cousin survives, and then the game is just over. You don't get to do the last part of the game. Loki, the shapeshifter. Oh, I started a new bond. Judgment. This is pretty much how it was in Persona 3 as well. Like, you finished full, and then Judgment was like the very last part of the game. Like, I don't know if this is the last month, because I saw that there are classroom answers for like February and March and stuff. Price is lower than... Okay, well... do you know what a pain it is for me to... minimize and block these stupid bot accounts? Like, fuck off. Pardon my French, but like, fucking bots need to fuck off.
Hey, you guys? What are you doing? You can't be in here.
Oh?
Oh, crap!
We were keeping an eye on the suspect. The police officers outside seem to have their hands full helping Dojima-san. If Namatame were to escape, it would be a disaster for the police's reputation. And their trust in you, Adachi-san.
Oh, I see. We'll tighten security from now on, and I'll arrange for him to be transported out as soon as possible. So, if you guys can keep quiet about being in here, I'd really appreciate it.
How is he, Doctor? He seemed to be extremely agitated a moment ago.
He seems fine for now, but he really needs his rest. Outside, everyone. Doctor's orders.
Understood.
We should go too. Let's get back to Nanako-chan's room.
It'll make us feel better.
So what's this thing we're missing, huh?
To tell the truth, there's something that's bothering me too. Why did he start killing people in the first place?
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right? So he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, so they called in Namatame for questioning. But everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what they looked at, they found nothing suspicious. If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he faked it real well. Or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing that announcer would be even more inexplicable. Namatame and his wife were separated at the time. Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified that she had discarded him. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame was shocked to hear of Yamano's death. Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair angle. The police invested a great deal of effort into investigating this point. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for Namatame to kill Mayumi Yamano, although her name was written in Namatame's own diary.
His reason for killing her.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
I don't really get any of this.
Or he thought he was actually saving her because someone lied to him about what the Midnight Channel was.
Oh, this is so confusing!
And he thought that if throwing him into the TV was actually saving them, then he didn't know that he was actually killing them.
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little.
Oh, there you are, all of you.
Huh?
Please come with me immediately.
Huh? What's going on?
What are you waiting for? Hurry, go!
Oh, look, I get a cutscene this time. An anime cutscene, perhaps. Oh, no. Never mind.
Where am I? Is this Teddy's world? This doesn't quite feel like it, though. I remember being at the hospital. That's right, Nana-chan. I couldn't do anything. Why do I even exist?
Oh, here we go.
I couldn't keep my promise. I lost my reason to be there. That's it. I remember now. So, it was true. Guys, Sensei, what should I do?
Oh, there they are.
Is Darth Vader in the room?
Nanako-chan came around.
Huh? What did you just say? Nanako-chan's alive?
Are you serious?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart and lungs fail, but it does happen.
How long was she out? She's not gonna have permanent brain damage, is she?
But until I know why she collapsed in the first place, I can't say for sure how well she'll recover from here on.
I mean, that's one thing that's like a fairy tale, is like, you know, she would recover and be perfectly healthy, but if you die for even like a couple of minutes, you start to sustain really heavy brain damage.
Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
Like during the last week that my grandma was alive, or the last couple of weeks that she was alive, that was like one of the things that they had told us, like because she technically died for a tiny amount of time, that like the odds of there being brain damage
So
was
this isn't a joke? You're actually telling me
was
the truth?
there. But I won't take it away from these youngsters. I'll let them believe.
This is amazing!
Miracles do happen. I'm so glad.
I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Like, I don't know, man. It feels like the rest of you guys barely spent any time with her. Like, we did a couple of things together. Like, they took a bath with her. We helped her study for homework. But, like, that's not the same as, like, spending a life with somebody up to that point, you know? It's not as severe as Dojima losing her. Hell, even me, I'd been living with her, like, you know, for 7 months at this point, and like we were like all we had for a lot of those nights. So
I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
everybody's allowed to grieve, right? But
You're right.
it's a little
That's weird.
crazy that they quickly got attached to this child that they didn't know.
I figured
Maybe
he
because she
wouldn't
was a
know from
child. I don't know.
Nanako-chan's side.
I feel like writing a lot of time in games like this is a little weak when it comes to stuff like this.
Teddy, where did you go?
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
Nanako is fighting hard to survive. You must wait and believe that she will recover.
Oh, there you are.
Adachi, huh?
I forgot to tell you. Don't pull that again, okay? You can't just meet with the suspect like that. Anyway, I came to give you an update on Dojima-san. His wounds opened up a little, but he's treated now, and he's fast asleep.
Thank you.
He'll be all right. Don't worry. Knowing
What's
him,
your
by this
story,
time tomorrow,
Adachi?
He'll be on his feet and yelling at people again. Don't tell him I said that.
You know, when I got
Anyway,
here
I
from the
heard
city, I
Nanako-chan's
was
on the
just
road
so
to recovery
bored that I
again.
wanted to cause a little chaos. Are you like literally the Joker? I mean, I know you're Jester Arcana, but like you don't care as long as the world's in
You
shambles.
guys were being so dramatic that I got really worried. But this is good news. She'll be well again in no time. By the way, you're all alone at the house now, right? Well, enjoy your freedom while you can. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan will be back soon after all.
What's your angle, Adachi?
Well, I better head back. You go home too, before it gets too late. See ya.
Couldn't save. I couldn't save. Why Mayumi. And that girl, too. I couldn't save them.
Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
Back to sleep with me. Like, what I'm saying is someone must have lied to him. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. Is like, I have a feeling it's Adachi, and I kind of spoiled a little bit for myself. But, like, Adachi, I don't know why it has to be this dude. Like, why it was this dude in particular. Probably because he'd be the easiest to pin the crime on. But, like, Adachi, like, must have told them that that's the only way he could save those people. That if they show up on the Midnight Channel, that there's danger or something. I guess we'll see what happens.
We took a quick look around.
I don't know the
hospital,
specifics,
no sign of
and
him.
a lot of the
I wonder
time,
where he went.
the story's really in the finer details. Hey, it's snowing.
Oh, it's snow.
Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow. It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog.
I guess this makes it the first snow of the year.
I guess it does.
It's freezing. Let's go home.
I guess I'll go back to my lonely house.
If you find Teddy, don't forget to contact us, all right?
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow. Man, that Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well, see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Back in Namatame's room, was it really right to stop everyone from doing what they were about to do? For now, you have no way of knowing. You remember that your cell phone has been off this entire time since you were at the hospital. Dun, 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 dun. There seems to be no messages. You should go home before you catch a cold. Well, clearly, that was the right thing to do to... Oh, look, I can pick my vegetables after a hard day of murder. Alright, so let's go up here. Crack wheat. I don't know, maybe wall paprika. A nishika. Oh, okay. You feel very tired. Then there's what happened in Namatame's hospital ward. The snow that started to fall and the fog that won't disappear. What lies ahead from here on? You feel very tired. Sure, you get some rest today. I mean, I could have read that book on gardening, but whatever. Oh, shit. This.
Welcome. It's been quite some time.
Seems you've been summoned to the Velvet Room.
Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world. I have summoned you with...
You say that every time.
Your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far. Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
I can solve it.
Splendid. The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge. If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach. Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight, Margaret.
Voices you've heard many times before echo in your mind.
I can't ignore that fact any longer. I need to face the truth head on.
Oh man, is this it? Like, I once no more. Look, these are all the people that I've completed, so...
Do in life. The answers to those things lie within
Man, am I just not going to be able to increase my social stuff anymore? Bummer.
I'm going to think about my life and set my own path.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
We just heard this. Well, I didn't.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
Uh-oh. Seems the car stopped moving.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast. Some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
You hear something in the distance. Well, seeing as how it looks outside like, you know, the fog. I don't know, I thought Teddy would walk inside the thing. Seems that you've been sleeping until now you hear the doorbell ring. Someone seems at the door. I'm coming. Oh, it's you.
Teddy's missing. I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
No, I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately.
I mean, even weirder than usual.
Inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side.
Everybody.
We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Jeunesse?
I mean, what choice do I have? Where could Teddy have gone? In any case, you decide to go look for him.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
You recall the mysterious dream you had last night. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That was Igor said, but let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now, we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
When I hear you put it like
Modus operandi.
Sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai?
There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too." So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
Would you shut up?
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
The possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility? Why the alibi? The diary.
But that points straight at Namatame.
The letter?
Morning letter? Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that
But like,
thing?
there's something in the diary. I figured there'd be extra stuff in there, but okay.
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
You recall that the first warning letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." And the second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed."
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like "don't rescue" or "kill"?
Yeah, and the "will be put in and killed" part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean...
Namatame didn't write it.
Yeah, it's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? It wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
You all work together to take another step toward the truth. Your power to create personas of the Judgment Arcana has grown.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan, but there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.